That should not be your response. Oh yeah.
That's sweet. I stopped watching the VMAs almost 20
Oh
years.
yeah. They've been let down for so long. Like we could just do a quick little nugget drop because it's.
I was impressed. I think a lot of people had issues because it was so many performances, and it was performance heavy this year.
Which I was happy about, even if I
But it was
didn't.
good. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I go back to the first one. It was in 2001. That was the first VMA. Um, that was why we watched it. I didn't watch it to see who won awards. I
No.
watched the Grammys, the Oscars, the Tonys,
Like
whatever.
if you happen to see somebody you really liked get an award, yeah, you were happy to see that, but that's not really what I was watching for.
So they had some good performances. They did. Of course, Eminem started it off with a just breathtaking performance to me. He did
Well,
a
he was
throwback
called back to the
Slim Shady. He even did it with the having all of the clones come in, and he had that blonde wig on. I was too done.
That blonde was horrendous.
But I love Houdini, but to see him do it live, it just was. Oh my god!
Oh my god! That's
but when he switched to "Save Me Now," geez.
The first time I ever heard that song, I almost cried. That song is so emotional. That song is like why when anybody tries to take digs about him being a drug addict, whatever, that's why they don't ever land, because they're like, first of all, we all know he's talked about it, and it just kind of seems kind of like, dang, that's kind of like. Did you have to bring that up?
Before he started out to his daughters, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to make it through this.
Really, when he was talking about it in like a past tense way, like I'm already gone and I'm sorry I missed all these things and I'm on the floor looking up at the ceiling and I'm sorry you had to hear my body hit the floor. I was like, Eminem, Marshall.
And I'm not the hugest Jelly Roll fan, but I think Jelly Roll is talented, so I want to be clear on that.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting streaming his music all day long, but his voice,
oh my god,
him with that was like
so good.
Somebody give me some please. Like
so seriously. Like he brought that extra layer to it.
Right. So that was a perfect way to start.
And I also like to point out the body double stand or whatever he was that was supposed to look like younger Eminem was like wow. Like I had to do a double take and I was like, is this a projection? Is this? And it was like, I'm like, no, he's really wow. He looked exactly like a younger Eminem. Like, whoa. That was they picked that guy. Perfect.
I'm gonna ask you. Well, I'm gonna go back and forth with some of the people because some of the performances I was just kind of like, I'm a little bit out of touch. I don't even know who some of these people are. Mm-hmm. So Glorilla performs. Now she had already grossly disappointed me at the BET Awards. Horribly disappointed me. I thought it was better. Let me tell you, her in that black rhinestone coat, I need that coat in my life. Like, I thought, Glow was good. The second song, I was like, what the heck is happening here? Why do our sisters need to be naked? I just don't.
That's what you want to do.
Something. It was too distracting for me. And listen, I'm not body shaming. I'm not sexuality shaming. But sometimes it's just too much. Mm-hmm. And I just personally thought it was too much. And I liked some of the choreography in the second song, but I think Glow's been kind of overdone. I think we're about tired of it, but I thought she just did better with the first one. So that's just my personal opinion. I know Chantilly really likes Glow. I'm not sitting down listening to her all day long either, but I definitely have seen her better than what I've seen the last two times. She's about to make me just be like, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good on the Glow. I got it. I think I got all I needed from.
You only mess up with me so many times that it's too many other people for me to watch. Mm-hmm. I thought Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, I've been vocal and saying I'm not the biggest Megan Thee Stallion fan, but I don't want to word this. I thought the overall production was good, but I didn't think that was her best performance. I just personally didn't. And that's my personal opinion. But I thought the fact that she literally walked that whole place.
When I saw her come back around to the steps, I'm like, she said, I'm gonna use every piece of space I am allotted.
I am a lover of people doing that. So she had me like, because when she first said I'm gonna walk this over, I was like, people say that they just move from one side to the other. But she was like, no, I got it.
She said, where do I have access? Okay, I'll be over there in a minute.
Like truly see it out. I was like, she Beyonce the heck out of this because Beyonce uses her whole facility.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. The production, and I can separate different things because of what I do professionally. The production of it, I thought was good. She's another person. I feel like, are you allergic to clothes? I don't know. So, and I don't need to see you shake your behind every time you get 2 hot seconds. I just thought she did it a lot, but I know that's what she's known for. Mm-hmm. I didn't think that was her best performance, but I thought, especially because it was the VMAs and the overall production, I was definitely impressed with, and I'll give her that. And I'm gonna be quiet because you all are far more bigger fans of hers than mine. So
fan? No, I'm not. No, I like Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla's personalities, and I like their work ethic. I don't listen to their music. Like Glorilla, I like her flow. I like her flow.
Right.
But like the words, I mean, I'm 40, so I mean, I'm not, vibing out to the stuff she's talking about. But I like her as a person, and I like that she talks about fasting and manifesting, and I'm talking about in her interviews. Like I like that. But I do think Megan Thee Stallion production was really, really like, and even though she didn't have no clothes on, if I was a person who didn't wear clothes, that outfit was cute.
It really was.
It was a lot of it. I didn't say it wasn't cute. It's just I'm almost different. I see things a little bit different. But I wasn't dragging her. I just
I understand it.
Like in a little cargo can or something. Just
And then she brought, I know that the guy she brought out, I didn't know he'd never been to America before.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that guy, I forgot his name, but yeah, the guy from Japan.
Yeah. And actually, let me correct myself, because when she performed Beyonce, she sure had clothes on. So I don't know if that's when Beyonce's rider, like I'm the only person on here that's looking like this, or she just...
She did have, you're right.
she had on pants.
Who?
He was like, no, I'm gonna be out here.
When they did Savage, Megan was dressed.
Mm-hmm. Beyonce was like, she said, I like you. I like what you do. You should do you, but you on the stage with me today.
Cover the hams.
And if anybody's hams are gonna be out, it'll be my hams.
Play.
We're not gonna be competing hams now.
They bought the ticket for Beyonce. You just happened to be here.
Thank you. If hams will be shown.
It will be my honey glazed ham.
My dance get paid really well. Not you, but it's... Because I remember noticing that, and I was like, I don't think I've ever seen Megan dressed like that before. So.
She was that day.
She may have had something else, and Beyonce was like, yeah, how quick can we get you in something else?
She probably was like, she probably was like, in her deep Beyonce voice, that's cute, that's real cute, but how about this? But I ain't gonna lie, if Beyonce was saying I could be on, she can tell me what you want me to wear. I ain't even bringing no whatever what you wearing, whatever Beyonce said to.
Be dazzling moo.
Exactly. She could be like, you gonna be wearing this moo and it's gonna have jewels and gems and sequins. Cool, let's go.
And where you gonna be at? Okay. That's all I can.
You can express your own personal style on your own time. I'm on the stage with Beyonce.
Right. And that moo would be moving, okay?
all that security she had in there, act a fool. You'd have been gone so fast you wouldn't even know that you left. So that was just my point. But like I said, the overall production of Megan was
very good. Very good.
Lenny Kravitz's performance, I was just like, maybe I don't know. It didn't do a lot for me, but Lenny's not someone that I've just loved over the years. But I have always thought he was a great performer. I just felt like he yelled a lot. Like it was like over rock for me. I don't know.
I don't think Lenny really not, and this is not even saying trying in a lazy way. I think he's kind of like, you asked to see Lenny Kravitz, you go get whatever I give you. And people are like, okay, Lenny.
For real. And he was like, I'm different.
That's kind of what I think. People was like, we want Lenny Kravitz to perform. What is he gonna do? And then his people probably like, you just asking for him to perform. Now you asking questions?
Whatever that means for Lenny tonight, that's what it is.
Thank you.
Right.
I thought his staging, what he created, it was good for, especially for Lenny. So, because when I look at the performances, particularly like the VMAs and different specific award shows, I look at everything, the costuming, the staging, the production. So I thought his set was really cool and it fit him. I'd never seen Chapel Roan before, so I know she's like the it girl, one of the it girls right now. So she's definitely not my genre, but I did think her performance for her, from what I can glean from who she is, was pretty good. I would probably not watch it again, but it was good. But I also felt like that about Camila Cabello. Like, what I thought she could have been better too. So I was like, do y'all know where y'all at? Or what is happening?
I mean, here's the difference. Chapel Roan is still kind of new, but Camilla's like, I kind of been feeling like that a lot of times I see her. A lot of times I see her, hear her, I'm like, she could have been better.
Yeah, and it was like a slower, more dramatic song. So even like now, I just talked about looking at people's set. Her set didn't make any sense to me. I was like, she'd have done better just standing still and holding the mic. I didn't know what the heck was going on. Camila Cabello, like I didn't get what was going on with her. And I also think for me, she does better with her stuff has got a more Latin vibe than pop. And that's not judging her. I just think that's, for me, what I've heard is stronger for her. But she didn't impress me really at all. But now, LL Cool J and Katy Perry, listen. I will be a James Todd fan till the day I breathe my last breath. And
Not
he
last breath.
He left no crumbs. But Katy Perry, the only thing I would say about LL Cool J, I wish he would have done like he normally does and ended with Mama Said Knock You Out, just because that's one of his biggest hits. Mm-hmm. And when I watched it, I was like, he didn't do it, but he just said like a frame of it, like in the middle of the set. And I was like, okay. That was the only thing But Katy Perry, I don't even know if I have commentary that's negative, because I thought that performance was great. And then the girl said she's on her cycle too. Listen.
And the first day.
Someone who's dancing online, let me tell you, that ain't easy.
She said she did it. She said, and I did all that on the first day. I said, oh, the first day cycle? That's matter. She had said like day 3 or 4 or somewhere in the middle. Day 1, girl, kudos.
And the more you move, the more it hurts. Now, I personally didn't think that was the whole world's business, but I'm gonna tell you, you do feel like a superwoman when you can conquer that.
It's Katy Perry, so I'm not surprised she said it.
But I thought, number one, she did all of her hits. She did it well, and I love seeing her husband be her biggest fan.
Yeah, they're a very cute couple.
Right, I loved it. I thought Teddy Swims did a good job. I like him.
I like him a lot.
I thought he did a really good job. Everybody else that performed, and there's no shade. It just was what it was.
Some people I had no idea who they were.
It just was what it was. But I thought overall, the VMAs was, it was better than it's been in a long time.
Yes. Because they can do it. They can do this again next year. Like because I'm like, y'all started doing way too much talking and sketch type stuff, and I'm like, no, I need to see performances. That's what I'm looking at the VMAs for. I don't care about all this other extra stuff y'all throwing in there. No, I appreciate it. Even if I don't know all those people, other people do. So I'm like, I liked it was performance heavy. I liked it was performance heavy.
So, like I said, we've been watching since the very first one in 2001, which makes me feel so old. But
no, that was the very first one.
I can remember sitting in my living room with my kids were super young then, and just being all in. Some of my favorite performances, and we'll wrap it up with this. I think everything Instinct did, just like I would wait to see their performances. Mm-hmm. I think Instinct was phenomenal. One of my favorite ones was when they had Michael Jackson come in at the end. That was so unexpected. And they had like the Etch-a-Sketch and sketched him out, and then he broke through that, like, oh, come on. When they did No Strings Attached, or Bye Bye Bye, and they came out the ceiling like the puppets in the video, like their sets and performances was just like insane. The year everything Eminem did, the year he did the Slim Shady with the clones, he was throwing back to this time. But when he first did it, it was just like they walking off the freaking street into the auditorium. Like some people did stuff that was so big. I am different from myself. I'm not the biggest Britney Spears fan, but her performances were insane, and I have to give it.
Yes, I mean the iconic one is of course the one with the snake. I'm just like that's the iconic.
That was like she's got the actual snake in there.
Yes,
I think that was just mesmerizing. But I can go all the way back to for the VMAs have to be going longer than 2001 because here Will Smith rode that horse in. I think I was like 16 when they did Wild Wild West.
Yeah. Was it a mid?
So when he rode that horse in, or that white horse, I was just like, okay, all right, they didn't come to play. And I've never really watched it for the presenters.
Oh, but I will say this. We were a little shy. That first one was in 1984.
Well, you know what? They revamped it.
They just started getting better and better, but their very first one was in 1994.
Video Music Awards or the VMAs, I think, was like 2001. They totally changed a lot of the formatting because there was a big change in around 2000. So, but I never like watched it for the presenters and stuff, except the year Jim Carrey was up for 2 awards and he won. I want to say for like Me, Myself, and Irene, and he had like, because at one point Jim Carrey was doing like 2 and 3 movies a year, and when he got his acceptance speech and he said, "Jim, I'm sorry you lost the thing." Better like when he talked to himself, that was like hilarious. But other than that, it's just always been about the performances for me. I would love him to go back to having like icons like in the early, like in the 90s, like Arsenio hosted. They had people that were pop culture icons. Like it was more about videos and culture. And I think the only reason why it's changed is because MTV doesn't hardly play videos anymore. I think that's the other thing that's changed it. So, but over the years, Pink performed. And then there's some artists that I don't care for, but seeing them live, like Coldplay. I actually like seeing Green Day perform, believe it or not. Like
some people were just like kind of nostalgic. Like even though I actually kind of remember liking the Green Day, but like some people were just like, wow, I remember when they were big. Oh, I remember when they were big. I remember, that was right. Like when they were showing those clips in between. I love that.
You all, and then we'll wrap it up. But I know you all have. You love the things you didn't. Or what are your favorite performances over the years?
The only one I can remember was the same one, the one where NSYNC and Britney did the same one, and I think it was back to back. And it was cool because at that time they were both new, and I think that Britney and Justin had gone public with their relationship not too long before that. I think their relationship was new.
Yeah.
To the public.
Yeah, that was in Justin's bandana era.
Yeah, with the braids, it was like Justin.
Little curly era.
When he was doing something, he was like, Justin, I'm trying to defend you to the masses, and you're not. You really not help me out, dude. when he was wearing braids and bandanas, and it was like, sir, stop it, stop.
Last year, and they were like going through his different looks, and he said, "Why did somebody just slap me?" Like he was like, "This is
somebody should have."
I wish I had this.
Because I don't know who said that was a good idea. They were wrong. But yeah, his little bandana era. No, he was trying to find himself. I think some of my favorite were definitely anytime they said Britney Spears performing, well, earlier on. Anytime NSYNC was going to perform, and I know Michael Jackson had some good ones.
Oh God, yeah.
He had some good ones. That it was like people that's like you just knew that they said they were going to be there when they were like announced the VMAs were coming and like performances by, and they would say who's performing. You just know, oh, this is about to be it.
And I saw one with Michael Jackson, and it was like 12, 13, it may have been 14 minutes. And I was thinking, nobody else has that long, but who was going to tell him he could cut it down?
Really?
Like, really?
Because Michael Jackson going too long. You funny. Yeah, I would say, well, because it wasn't even that I didn't like some performances in this year's. It's some people I just didn't know. Like I know Lisa, the girl from Blackpink. I was like, I know of Blackpink. I wasn't like a fan of them. Her performance was like okay. I know it was somebody. It was just some people I just like. I don't even know who these people are. And it wasn't even that the performances were bad. I just had no idea who any of them were. Shawn Mendes was like, yeah, this is Shawn Mendes. He did what I thought he was gonna do. Just get up there with a guitar and a mic and sing. Yep. Other than that, it was I know we talked about it, the Tyler stuff. Other than that, that's as I saw somebody else that I watched talk about it, they was like, shit, she needed some more media training, because they was like they had her out here looking wild in the streets. Like because I didn't even hear she said it when she said y'all know how I am about awards. How? What are you talking about? This is your first award. What are you saying? She's like, y'all know how I am about awards. What are you talking? What? I was like,
it was the way Hallie lightly tapped her on the shoulder, like, girl, you got it. Don't expect me to do that. I'm going to play this off, but...
Charles, you're so funny. You're like, Hallie probably like, girl, quit playing. Girl, quit playing.
Yeah. She was just sitting there. Lil Nas X had to get it because Hallie was like, I will not.
Hallie was looking like, it couldn't be me. I know you ain't looking over this way.
She was looking like I heard you the first time.
I was like, what if she was like, when she was like, y'all know how I am about, I think she said, I know, you know how I am about holding awards. What other awards?
Put it down. Somebody got to hold it for you.
But like, before I even said that statement, what other awards are you referencing?
Like, who is y'all? You talk about me? Because I don't know you like that.
Nobody does. You know, and it's like because I had like watched some other, it's a guy I watched. He was talking about it, and I was like, that does make sense. Because it kind of like, again, I don't know her, could be mistaken, but I'm going by the vibe that I was feeling, and this had nothing to do with the fact that I like Hallie. This is the vibe of her. He was like, she comes across as very much, I've always been light-skinned and pretty, and that's just kind of like when I just act like cute and a certain way, people just do things for me. And I was like, that was how it came across. Hallie. That is kind of how it came. But I'm saying it is kind of how it came across. Like, oh my God, I can't hold this. Can you? It's so heavy. Yeah, and that's kind of how it came.
She literally said she's too little.
And they was like, that is how it came across. Like, just like she's used to people just being like, okay, I'll do it for you, Tyler. Okay, I'll do it for you, Tyler. And it was like, could be wrong, could be mistaken, but I know what it came. I know what it looked like. and you might want to watch that since you're new, because you don't really even have a fan base to really defend you. Like Nicki kind of can act crazy because it's like she got a big fan base that's gonna defend her no matter what. Cardi and Megan, some of these people can kind of do certain things, and people gonna be like, whatever, they fine, y'all. You too new. You can't. you ain't got that yet. You know,
yeah,
but
she got a Wishy-Washy TikTok fan base, so.
Huh?
Will cancel you so fast now?
Yeah. Like, it's people that's defending her, but she still need to just she, like the guy was saying, and it's true, she needs some more media training. Since you're now getting awards and you stepping into a different place outside of TikTok, you need some people that's kind of telling you how to interact when you act when you in public. Because what you put off looks
not
bad.
cute.
It looks really bad.
I saw a clip of her when she was on the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne asked her a question about something about being South African, and she didn't answer the question. She just turned and looked at her publicist, and the publicist answered the question for her. She didn't say anything.
Oh, like the publicist tells you what to say. You don't actually let your publicist actively speak for you.
I mean, the way she went mute and didn't say nothing. So, and then when Megan Thee Stallion was doing her performance, you could see she was into it, but then the cameraman got on her.
Weird.
Why would you do that?
She just like she was filming it, and then the camera got on her. And she literally stopped moving, and her face froze up in this weird. I was like, "What just happened?" And then she did not move again. Like, you saw her like glancing at the camera, like looking like, is it still on me? And she literally did not move. Ma'am, you look weird right now. Why are you doing that? Like, it's one thing if she had been like startled, like, oh, I'm on camera, but again, you're trying to be a performer, so that reaction was weird in itself, and you just got an award.
And what if she destroyed her ability to do any type of collab with Megan Thee Stallion? Because she's one of the top female rappers right now. So I wouldn't do that if I was.
The way she looked, and not even saying that's what happened, but I'm like, if somebody just was to go off your look, which people do, you looked like you was like, I don't really like her performance, is what your face looked like, even though that could not be what you was thinking. Yeah.
But she obviously was, because she stopped moving too late. We saw you.
Yeah, which was weird. Why did she even do that? Like, literally everybody else was dancing around her.
That's what I'm saying. Taylor Swift at these award shows and stuff, she's everybody's biggest fan.
Yes. So I'm like, I don't know what happened.
And she ain't no Taylor Swift, so.
She's so not. I don't know what, I don't know. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know what that was. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna bash her because it could just been how she's coming across, and she don't understand how she's coming across. She could be a mean girl, like they saying. Who knows? I don't know the girl. So, but I just know the people go off vibes. People go off vibes, and the vibes that was put out kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and they rubbed other people the wrong way, and that's all I'm gonna say. About young Miss Tyler. And don't ever do that again with the award. Don't ever do that again after somebody holds your award. That's weird. Don't do that.
That's weird. And disrespectful. You don't do that to the Little Mermaid. But she, why? When she first came out, before I heard her start talking, I was like, why does she look just like Trevor Noah?
And not even like in a mess way, but look like that could be his sister or cousin or.
That looks like, right, not like they look like they're from the same place. No, she looks just like Trevor Noah. And there's other people that I've seen is from where she's from, and they don't look like her. But for some reason,
Pops, you got some. Is y'all kidding? I can see that.
All right, I'm done.
That's all. I mean, there's some other things I'm going to watch again. I'm definitely going to watch Katy Perry's Vanguard Award again. It's some other performances I'm going to watch again. I might just watch Lenny just to look at him for a second again. I just like looking at him sometimes. I mean, sometimes you just want to just look at him for a minute. Hey, Lenny. But overall, I like that they went back to at least their mid 90s, 2000s roots. Like, of just heavy on performances. Here's some presentation awards. Here's some more performances. I really like that they went back to that. Like, keep up, do that again next year.
Well, ladies, it has been a great time catching up to our listeners, our followers, our viewers. We hope that you enjoyed. Tell us how you enjoyed the VMAs. How do you feel about Beyonce being quote unquote snubbed from the CMAs? Are you going to miss our icons, James Earl Jones, Frankie Beverly, and Tito Jackson? Are you a reality junkie like me? Tell me how you feel about Sister Wives, The Bachelorette, or that's what you want to chat about. It's been a lot. How did you feel about the Emmy Awards? Did you enjoy it? We spilled a lot of tea today. We talked about a whole lot, and we would love your viewpoints and your opinions. Until then, thank you so much for listening. I always love chatting with my sisters, Chantalie, Angelique. I love you to bits and pieces. And with that, I'm Leah.
I'm Shiny.
And I'm Angelique.
Thank you so much for allowing our family to be your family, and we look forward to the next time.